Rolling papers originally, when they were first made, they were made in big sheets. You would get it as a sheet. The villagers, the people would just tear off whatever they needed and they would roll. Some of the old pictures of people sharing paper were sharing paper. This is how you would do it. Somebody would buy the sheets, everybody would share it, everybody would smoke together. It was a Spanish custom. Well, what happens over time is now somebody decides we should make a certain size for people, pre-cut it for them to make it easier for them. A Spanish monk, actually he was a Dominican monk, who lived in Valencia or Yativa, which is right outside of Alcoy. He developed the world's first rolling paper booklet. It wasn't interleaved, it was just a booklet of sheets he put into it and folded over. And he thought this would be good for his parishioners after watching them smoke. This made it to Alcoy, of course, and these people began making the world's first rolling paper booklets en masse. The size that became standard, the ones that the Spaniards preferred, was a rolling paper that was roughly 78, 79 millimeters long by about 44 millimeters high, particular size. This later on became known as Spanish size. This was the standard size. There were no filters used back then. It was the size of the cigarette. That was the size for a long time, until King James of England enacted the world's first tobacco taxes. This caused, in England, people to start rolling smaller cigarettes. They switched from what we know as 1 1/4 to a single wide, a smaller sheet, because tobacco costs had finally gone up. So now this new size, single wide, became very popular in all of the Commonwealth countries, because all the Commonwealth countries were paying tobacco taxes back to the King of England, such as India, Canada, Australia, even Hong Kong. Single wide became the most popular size. It was the size of choice. However, in all the rest of the world, 1 1/4 became the size of choice, because it always was. This was the natural size of choice before taxes. Rolling papers remained in these two sizes for a long time. People started using filters, and they started making filtered cigarettes. The first filtered cigarettes were arguably made in England, and they became, because you were adding on a 14 millimeter filter to a 70 millimeter paper, they were 84 millimeters long. And the King of England at that point smoked them and was seen smoking them, and the name became king size because of that. So now you have a king size cigarette that's 84 millimeters long. You have rolling papers that are still 70 or 79 millimeters long. But there's never been, or they had never been, a rolling paper that was 84 millimeters long. It was ridiculous. To explain that, you have to understand that to make a new rolling paper size is difficult. And these rolling paper companies, other than the guys in Alcoy, these are big, large outfits. I mean, when people think that my company is big, we are minuscule in comparison to these giant guys in France or in England / Belgium, Imperial Tobacco. These guys are like, they're billion-dollar companies. You know, these are big outfits. They're not going to make a new size unless they have to. That means they have to retool these giant machines that they have. They're not going to do it. So nobody ever made an 84 millimeter rolling paper until 2009, I think, when I finally was just so fed up. I couldn't believe that nobody had ever made a size, that we finally adjusted. We made a new arm for one of the old machines to cut in a different size, and we made the world's first 84 millimeter rolling paper. So now let's talk about I couldn't call this king size, by the way, because even though it was 84 millimeters, the same size as a king size cigarette, what had happened was Rizla launched a rolling paper in the 80s that was 100 millimeters long for people to roll 100 millimeter cigarettes. And then the guys in Barcelona decided to outdo Rizla, and they made a 110 millimeter rolling paper, and they called it king size. I don't know why, but they did. So now you have a 110 millimeter rolling paper being called king size, whereas if you had a 110 millimeter cigarette, I mean, it's the opposite. It's like a queen size. Nobody smokes 110s. I mean, I've known a lot of people. I've seen it in like like a fashion Vogue person was 110. So in rolling papers, 110 is considered king size within our industry, and 84 millimeters is king size for everything else. It's strange. I can't explain it. It wasn't me that did it. So that's where you get rolling paper sizes from. At the Molipayra Museum, for example, which is a rolling paper museum just outside of Alcoy, just below a beautiful castle, there are examples of the earliest rolling papers. And as you can see, what the people would do is they would fold this giant sheet over and over again into one small sheet. And as you can see from this example here, they would fold it into what's basically a 1 1/4 size. And then they would tear off based on those little fold lines. And that's how 1 1/4 was born.